Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Middleware Technologies. Today we'll be looking at how we can use Ansible modules to gather information from the remote node. Like in our last video, I have shown you how we can install Ansible and how we can create inventory file to manage a particular node. But we haven't looked at more in detailed like commands or steps which we can carry out to manage or gather information from the remote node. So let's see how we can carry out that in this video. Okay. So I'll go through this documentation which I have prepared throughout this video. So right now I have my Ansible already installed. So I have my Ansible already installed. So if it is not installed, you can uh, uh, go ahead and install the Ansible using the RPM package or the Python PIP package which I have shown you in the last video. Okay. So once the Ansible installed, you can verify it using the Ansible version. So as I can show you, like my current Ansible version is 2.10.7. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what we can do to manage a particular node, like remote node. Okay. So first of all, to manage a remote node, we need to create our inventory file. So let me go into etc Ansible. So here we have our host file. So right now, like as you can see, let me open it in the view mode. So I have created a group called stack in which I have kept the remote node host IP address. So this is the host which we are going to manage 192.168.47.130. Okay, so but in order to manage this node, we need to make sure we are able to SSH onto this node using a private key. So basically, we should SSH into this node without providing any password. Okay, so for that purpose, let's try to generate the SSH key pair. So let me do SSH keygen minus T RSA. So the RSA is the algorithm with which we are going to create our key. User and C user admin. So this is a user with which we need to log in onto the remote node. So we are passing it with -c admin. So let me generate the keys. Okay, so you can see like it has created keys in the .ssh directory. Let me go into this directory, home, .ssh. You can see it has created two keys. One is the public key and the other one is the private key. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to copy the public key onto the remote node. So let's use SSH copy ID minus inventory minus input file, the public key which we want to like copy. So it is there in the home directory .ssh folder ID RSA public. Okay, so this one I need to copy it into the remote node with admin user. Okay, so let me log in with the remote onto the remote node with the admin user. The remote node is 192.168.47.130. Okay, so let me add that key onto the remote node authorization keys. Okay, done. So we have copied our public key onto the remote node. Now let's try to see if we are able to SSH to that remote node. Okay, so we are now able to log in into the remote node without any password. Okay, so this is the remote node. Right now I'm logged in, that is ANSI node, which we are going to manage. So let me come out of this one actually, because this is the controller node which I am going to use, Fed server, and the other server which we are going to manage, that is the remote node. Let me log in here in the second terminal. So 1.168.47.130. Okay. Okay, so we'll keep this terminal for the node which we are going to manage, and this one is for the controller node. Okay, so let me go into the documentation again. So right now what steps we have carried out is we have generated the key pair, we have copied the public key onto the remote node so that we can SSH onto the remote node without any password, and we have validated that also, like using SSH into the remote node. Now let's go into the important section of the Ansible commands. Okay, so we can use Ansible like tool to manage our remote node. Like we can gather information from the remote node, and we can also manage the file system, the files on the remote node. We can manage the packages that we want to install, uninstall, or modify. We can also like manage the services on the remote node using the Ansible ad hoc commands. Okay, and like the default the module that is available by default with the Ansible tool is the Ansible built-in command module. Okay, so this one like we need not pass it using the -m module because it is already available with the default settings. Okay, so now let's see like what all things we can do using the Ansible tool to manage our remote node. So as a basic step, let's try to use the ping module. Okay, so this is the ping module which we will run. So from our controller node, let's run the Ansible tool, execute it on the stack root. So it will be basically executing the command on all the IP hosts or host names defined in that group. Okay, and let's execute the ping module. Okay, as you can see, we have got a success. That means it is able to ping the remote node, and the response which we got is Pong. Okay, now let's see what other information we can gather from the remote node. Okay, so let me try to get the kernel information which we can get from the uname command. Okay, so let me run Ansible stack so here I'll show you. So here like I'm using the -a command. This is arguments which we are going to pass, because we are passing it to the like inbuilt like command module. Okay, so that's why we are not passing any -m to load any module. So here we are going to pass directly the arguments to run in the built-in command module. Okay, so let me run uname -a, which will show the remote node, that is ANSI node, like kernel 5.6 version, as you can see. So this is the version of the kernel which is available on the remote node. So here like what we have done is we have tried to check like we try to ping the remote node, and we also checked the uh, like kernel name and host name of the remote machine. Okay, so let's see what all other things we can check. Like we can check the free memory, So let me do that one. Ansible stack minus m. So this is we can run it using the inbuilt module. Okay, so as you can see, it has provided us the information about the free memory that is available on the remote node. Okay, so this way you can get a lot of information from the remote node, like minus a IP address. It shows the IP address of the remote node, and yeah. So these are all, most of the examples which I have shown you is running executed against the default command module. So let's try to see the other modules which we can use, okay, using the Ansible tool. So right now, as you can see, this is another module called shell, which we can use to execute the commands. So let me show you by executing one of the example. Okay, Ansible stack is the inventory which we want to execute the command on. Minus m module shell minus a, the command argument which we want to execute, that is echo $hostname. Okay, as you can see, it has provided me with the host name of the remote node. We can do a lot of things with different modules, like we have module for copy. So let me try to show that one. Ansible stack minus m copy. So copy is basically used to copy a file from like a current like from controller to the remote node. Okay, so let me try to first create a dummy file. Okay, so right now I am there in etc Ansible. So let me create a file in temp and ctest.txt, and let me write some content also. Okay, so I have created the temp ANSI test file in the temp directory. So let's try to copy it onto the remote node using the copy module. Okay. So right now I'll use Ansible stack as the like inventory on which we want to execute. Minus m module copy minus a source is our location where we have created the file ANSI-test.txt, and destination is equal to let's copy it into the same location on the remote node. And let me check it one more time. Okay, so we can copy okay, so there is directly we can copy it from the source to destination. Let me try it. Okay, as you can see, it has like it has successfully executed. So it has created a file on destination temp ANSI test with group ID and GID admin. So let me show you on the remote node. So this is the remote node on which that file has been copied right now. Okay, so you can see it has just got created. Let me show you the content also. ANSI test example. Okay, so this is how we can use the copy module. Similar way, like there are other modules like like file module is there, which we can use to basically manage the like permissions and ownership of the files that are available on the remote node. So right now, like you can see, like I have created this file temp ansible test with four four no four 664 like permission. Okay, so let me try to change the permission to 750. Okay, so for that purpose, let me go into my controller and let me use ansible stack minus module. Here we will be using the file module minus a arguments, and what is the destination file name? So is equal to temp ansi test.txt mode. So mode is basically the permissions that we want to set. Okay, so this is how we are going to set the permissions for the remote file. Okay, so destination and mode. Okay, so let me give it as 750 and let's see how it changes. Okay, so now it has changed the permissions of the file on the remote node to 750. We can check it. Let me do it ls-ltr again on the same file. So you can see it has changed to 750. So this is how we can use the copy module, and we can use the file module to manage our files on the remote node. And let me go further, like what are the other modules which we can use. Like as I said, like we have the like packaging package. We can manage the packages that we want to install on the remote node. So we can do that using the yum module. So let's see some examples on. Okay, before that I want to show you basically if you want to change the ownership to the root. Okay, we will need to have the escalated privileges. So let's see first without let's see to change the ownership to the root user for that file which we created. So we'll be using the same module, but we will pass additional arguments like owner is equal to root and group root. So let's see if it is able to change the ownership to root for the file which we created. Okay, as you can see, it is unable to change the ownership because the admin user with which we have logged in onto the remote node, it is not having the appropriate permissions to change the ownership to the root user. Okay, so let me clear the screen and let me try to run the same command using the escalated permissions. So for this, we need to pass become, so that it will be logging as a remote user admin and execute the command as root. Ask become pass. So for that root user, we need to pass on the password which is required. So let me execute this one. Okay, so now what we have done is we have changed the ownership of the file to root by using the escalated permissions of the root user. So let me go into the remote node and see if it has changed the permissions ownership to root. Yeah, so as you can see, the ownership has been changed to root for the file that we have just created. Okay, So now let's go further and see what other modules we can use. So we can use the file module to create a directory so that you can give it a try. Let me show you one example related to yum. So let's try to install any package using the yum module. Ansible stack -yum module yum -a name. Let's install sschg package. State should be present. Okay, so in order to install the package also we will need escalated privileges. So we'll need to pass become root user and ask become pass for having the password of the root user. Okay, as you can see, it has executed the command and installed the SSG package on the remote mode. So this is how you can basically manage packages on the remote node. There is a lot of things that we can do with various models that are available using the Ansible tool. So this is some of the examples that we have carried out, and the last one which I want to show you is basically gathering the information about the remote node, which is actually executed as a first step in any Ansible playbook which we are going to execute. So let me clear the screen and try to run that model Ansible stack -m setup. So this is going to show you a lot of information related to the remote node, like disk system, network information, file system information, and what is the version, host name, a lot of information that you can capture from here. So this information which we get it from the remote node, that is called facts. We can use these as variables in our playbooks, which we'll see in our next video. So these playbooks which can refer to this information using the facts that are gathered. So there's a lot of information that we can get from the setup module that gets executed when we run the playbook. Okay, yeah, so this is all for today's video. I hope you got some information on the Ansible modules and how to execute default built-in commands and how to use the modules. So yeah, we'll try to see more on this Ansible using playbooks in our next video. Until then, yeah, you guys have a good day, and yeah, thank you all.